can't do that. You don't have the option to naked bootleg, get to the outside and walk into the end zone. Because even Ritter could have did that. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing Ritter could do is run.
That was his best play.
So,
ladies and gentlemen, we have Chris A1,
what up, Chris?
my dude,
What's going
A1
on, family?
Forever, A1 Forever Sports and 95 North. What it do, Chris? How you doing, man? I didn't mean to cut you off, Dixon Way.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
What's good, family? How y'all feeling?
I'm good, man. Good.
Glad to have you tonight.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
How was your birthday, Larry?
Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you wearing this shirt that Shonda got for me.
Okay. I like it.
Man. That's cool.
But it has to be Zach Robinson. Okay. Anything else is uncivilized.
So, Chris, we just went through who our MVP of the Falcons was to this point, and we all had different answers. And then we're now going through who the Falcon is that needs to improve, or who the Falcon is that we need more from at this point. So I believe the lovely Tiff Rain said Kyle Pitts, and the Dixon Way, the savage sage that he is, the master of wisdom, said Zach Robinson, and I can't really disagree with either one of them. Chris, who do you think is the Falcon that we need to see improvement from?
Well, first of all, who did you guys pick for MVP?
Falcons so far? I think Tiff said Kirk Cousins, and I said
number 3.
Yeah, I said Darnell Mooney, and Dixon Way said Jesse Bates.
Oh, okay, because that's my MVP.
Yeah, I mean, you could make an argument for Jesse hands down. He's been in every game. He's the quarterback of that defense, and he definitely, you can see his impact all throughout that defense. So,
and he definitely, obviously, been working out in the offseason with Pat Tillman and Charles Tillman, and nobody knew about it or something.
You're talking about
the peanut punch is definitely in effect when Jesse Bates is around.
Oh,
so, yeah. I mean, you think about it, he's really made plays. We've heard his name, seen his number in plays in every game this year. So, at MVP, I got to go with number 3 for now. But it's a long season. We're gonna see what happens. But yeah, first 5 games, I got to give it to Jesse. As far as like somebody who needs to improve, I got 2 guys. I got 2 on.
Who you got?
2 on. Man, they both on defense. Their name is Arnold Albercati and Lorenzo Carter.
Yeah.
Those two jokers right there getting on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man, because Judon has nobody on that opposite side to rush the pass.
I find myself watching the game going just a little bit. Come on, guys, just like you're rooting for it, and you can almost see it happen. And it's. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. And to that end, guys, if
they were gonna be like this, for family, I just would have rather just went ahead and re-signed Bud Dupree.
Yeah,
back.
I get it. You know what? I mean, it's not like they're not trying. It's not like they're not trying. We need more. We need more. But to that end, guys, right? There was a show with your counterpart, Chris, Smitty, and Bro Talk this week, and they discussed us potentially trying to get Myles Garrett from Cleveland. And while I don't think we have a stone's chance, and you know what, I'd love to know your thoughts about it. So let's start with Tiff. Tiff, Smitty and Bro Talk had a quick 30-minute show about, hey, what if we went and got Myles Garrett, who's a definitive rusher from Cleveland. What are your thoughts on that, Tiff? What are your thoughts on going to get Myles Garrett, giving up a 3rd-round pick, or even a 2nd-round pick for him? What are your thoughts on that? If that's an option.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry. My phone was going in and out.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, I had to go. It's a concert over here too. I'm sorry.
Oh no. If you got to drop off, that's cool. You got to go?
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm sorry.
All right, Tiff, we'll see you next week.
Okay, I'm gonna see y'all
Thank
next
you
time.
for joining us. All right. Dixon, Way, you there?
Yep.
All right. So your thoughts on the Falcons picking up Myles Garrett? You for it? You're against it? How realistic is it? Do we have it in the budget? Go.
We don't have it in the budget. I would absolutely love it. He's one player that I would definitely break the budget for. Thank you, son. I would definitely break the budget for him, but I'm just not sure how we will be able to afford him. Only person outside of him I would love is Max Crosby. Max Crosby is 27 years old. He's in the upper echelon of pass rushers too, and the Raiders may be on a fire sale also. They're just waiting for the shoe to drop. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, either one will be great. I don't know who else you're going to move money around to get. I'm against getting Hassan Reddick. When your agent drops you, it's something going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something going on with your agent who likes money. It's like, we got to drop. We got to go our separate ways. So if the agent's going to drop you, that means that you're a firm, like you're not playing unless you get a new deal. And we're not going to give him $22 to $25 million, and we ain't seen him play. So it's not going to happen. So I don't know, man. I mean, I need another pass rush on the other side. What's the guy? It starts with an O on the Giants. He may come free too.
Yeah, is that his name?
He may become free also. So there's guys out there that we can go seek to get it. But again, we got to have somebody on the other side, because I feel like Matthew Judon is busting his tail out there, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, I gotta look at both my middle linebackers have to play better. Even though Troy definitely had a breakout game before he got hurt. So hopefully he can rekindle that, and then that'll be the thing that sparks him to become the guy that they took a risk on, because he never really played middle linebacker. He was just an athlete. So hopefully that can spark him to be that middle linebacker guy that we need. But we also need somebody on the opposite side of Judon. We need to be able to pinch him. Right now, we ain't been able to pinch him.
Yeah.
And we playing 3-4. I don't know if we got 3-4 personnel.
I don't think we do.
Especially with Arnold Ebiketie or Lorenzo Carter not being able to do nothing on the outside. So actually, I like yours better than mine, Chris, because I said Zach Robinson. But yeah, those two guys right there. At least Zach Robinson was orchestrated at 509 yards. So yeah, those two guys ain't really doing nothing over there. They getting ran by. They ain't doing well on run, on defense, or pass rush. So yeah, I'm with you on that. But yeah, I would love Myles Garrett. Oh my goodness, I would. Myles Garrett and Judon. Now you got somebody that has to get double teamed. Now then, if our linebackers don't make plays in the backfield, then it's time for them to go for real. Like, it's not even a question. You have Myles Garrett right there in front of you. He demands a double team every time he steps out there. And you don't just play him on one side. You line him up against the weakest offensive lineman and let him work. And you play off of that. Those are the type of guys that, you know what I'm saying, like the TJ Watts and the Max Crosby. Those guys wreak havoc and destroy your offensive game plan. I would love to have Myles Garrett. I don't know if we can afford it.
Yeah, agreed. Chris, how you feel about it?
Hey, man. Well, first of all, if Cleveland continues to lose, I mean, I'll say, man, pick up the phone, make a phone call. This is just probe. Just see what's going on, man, because the Falcons need pass rush. Again, Lorenzo Carter and Arnold Ebiketie, they have not been living up. I know if they want a second rounder, they honestly can have the second rounder for Myles Garrett. And as far as like making the money work, this year, I believe he's making like 16 mil. So you would have to maneuver the money around to even try to make that match for the salary for this year. But I'm just saying, you do that for a guy like Myles Garrett. You figure it out. Maybe you gotta let somebody go, maybe re-sign them to the practice squad or something. I mean, so be it. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying, at the end of the
Maybe
day,
just chunk the
that's
deuces out.
Myles Garrett.
That's
Myles Garrett, family. So and he'll definitely make your defense better. Judon will be able to pin his ears back and go after the quarterback, and he knows he has somebody that, like Larry was saying, they can definitely pinch. And like you said, we're not pinching, and we're not able to having enough guys that can get to the quarterback right now. And honestly, Myles Garrett would be perfect. I would do it. I would move the money around. I would figure something out to get him down here in an Atlanta Falcons jersey. And then honestly, the contract is not too crazy. In the offseason, you have to make some things, move some money around in order to keep the contract. But yeah, man, we're having these kind of discussions because we're seeing what's on the field already, and it hasn't been what it is. And we're seeing it early, and we're just playing the long game with this. And my thing is, eventually stuff like that catches up to you when you can't get to the quarterback. We've seen it so many times that we've seen teams that have so much potential where they can't get the quarterback on the ground, and it eventually starts biting them in the butt. And I just don't want that to happen to our team. We got to figure something out. And I think that's why this game is important. It looks like it's a nothing game, but this really is a get right game. This is a get right opportunity for the Atlanta Falcons, because if you can't generate sacks, forget all the pressure stuff. Okay, let's throw that out the window. If you can't generate sacks against this offensive line that has lost its starting center, and that their veteran that's been there since 2017, possibly going to be out too, I believe. So you have a banged up offensive line. They're not necessarily a good team, regardless of being a divisional rival. If you can't generate sacks against these guys, you have a real problem. Like, you have a real problem. So it's going to be really interesting seeing this Sunday. Like, how do we generate our pass rush? Like, are we getting sacks? Because we got Onyemata, he got a sack. We know Grady don't got some sacks. Judon, I think, a sack and a half. So I mean, we know those guys have put in work, but I mean, we need more. We need more, man. We just need more. And I'm gonna be looking at those guys in particular that's rushing the passer to see what they can do. If they can't generate it against these Panthers, man, it's like we're gonna be 6 games in, and it's like it's kind of getting to the, all right, this is who you are. We're getting almost to that point of this is who you are. So again, if that becomes available to the point to where they want to make that move, I say you do it. I say you call them and even try to probe them to make the move. Like, because honestly, you go back to, why you giving up all the draft picks? You giving up the draft picks. And I ain't studying that, because first of all, in the second round, outside of Bergeron and the potential of Aurora, outside of them two, we ain't got no good second round. I mean, and I know Troy Anderson was a part of that too, but the jury is still out. So that's what I'm saying.
Atlanta Bird Game says, good evening, gents. So, guys, let me ask you this question.
Family.
What if trading for this gentleman, right, Mr. Myles Garrett, what if the asking price is Kyle Pitts? Do you do it?
Can Kyle Pitts rush the passer?
He cannot. And I think he's got a contract coming up next year.
And to be honest with you, it's so funny that you said that, T. Will. I told you what I told you about that telepathy thing the other day now. But because honestly, for moves like that to be made, like, because it's, even if, like, for a guy, like, for example, it's people that wanted Devontae Adams. I even took a look at it myself. But that would be kind of like something that you would have to do. You probably would have to let go Kyle Pitts just for the money to make sense,
right?
To get the cap space,
right.
So, and Kyle Pitts, that would be a big chunk, and then you probably still have to make maybe 1 or 2 small moves to make it work. But but for me, if they say, okay, Devontae is out there, cool. Myles Garrett is available, man. The hell with Devontae Adams. I'm going after Myles Garrett.
Right.
Straight up and down. So, but that would be something you possibly have to give up, You may have to give up Pitts, but would they want Pitts? I know they like Njoku, but it's like, are you settled with that? If you could get a Kyle Pitts, if you're looking at that, put him with Deshaun Watson, maybe it's something can work out that way. I don't know. But my thing is, do the Falcons, like, never mind what the fans will do. Do the Falcons make that move? Do Terry make that move and say, hey, look, the Kyle Pitts thing really didn't work out. This is a chance to get a premier pass rusher who is still under 30. And we can make him an Atlanta Falcon and be rushing the passer with him, possibly Judon. Like, it's going to start going to, okay, let's start putting some money into the defense to try to win now.
Yeah.
You know?
I would definitely do it.
Hell yeah.
I would do it because
if I'm Terry, I'm doing it. But that's me.
Kyle is a phenomenal athlete, but you can probably get another Kyle. Another Myles Garrett, I don't know that they exist like that. So, you'd be killing two birds, one stone. If you're going to sign him next year, then don't even make the trade because you're not going to have the money because of what he's going to require. So if you're not going to sign him next year, go ahead and move him. Because again, we got enough weapons now. We'll be all right we will be all right if Kyle's not on. And no disrespect to Kyle. Again, Kyle.
No.
Love you, man. Great.
Right. It ain't no disrespect to Kyle. It's who becomes available and who already has a contract, and you can possibly restructure. You can move some things around. You can have some conversations, because it's already a contract in place. Kyle, not so much. And I'm sorry. I said this one time before. People called me crazy. People called me ugly, but I'm going to say it again. Look, what is Kyle Pitts teaching anybody? Okay, what can Myles Garrett teach?
Right.
Everything.
I'm just saying, man, like, we got young guys who, who we want to become premier pass rushers. Dorless, Aurora, Trice when he comes back.
Yeah.
JD Bertrand, like, all those guys, and even the guys that's on the team. Like, you don't think Grady would love to play next to a Myles Garrett, even though, they both been in the league, they both have their own things, but just to learn from each other. The same way how Judon and Grady are meshing things together. It's be the same thing. It's different, like when you're looking at a guy from afar, to compare to when you look up and his locker room is right there, or his locker is right there in the locker room. So it's different, man, and like it'll benefit all those gentlemen. It'll benefit everybody on the defense, really, in the team, the locker room, all of that.
Yeah, I think because again, you could put Bijan out there and you could put him out there in the slot. There's some things you could do. And again, Kyle is a force. I'm not saying he's not, but there's some things that you could do. I'm not going to say to fill Kyle's shoes, but to kind of accommodate for that. But if you get Myles Garrett, you go, in my opinion, you're now a Super Bowl team.
Yes.
Because you now can do anything. You can rush the quarterback. You can get to him. You got all-pro safeties. You got one all-pro quarterback. You got very good linebackers. You're not going to run the ball. We now have a legitimate defense to go with our very good high-octane offense. And that's a deal I'd make all day and twice on Sunday. So,
absolutely.
Man, I'll tell you all right now, if we had a chance to get Myles Garrett, and it's no disrespect to Pitts, I'll be honest, man, to get someone like Myles Garrett or Max Crosby, guys that are luxury like Pitts or even Algiers, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
They made like Algier more just because they don't know if Nick Chubb is going to come back healthy. So insurance policy, and he's a hard runner like that. That's the type of runner they
like
want.
Those hard runners.
They like a runner like that. So this is what I mean. Like, guys, when you can get a bona fide Hall of Famer pass rusher on what you need, man, I don't think you could turn that away. Now,
okay, so a second rounder.
I don't want Devontae Adams at all. Same thing with Pickens. If they can't rush the quarterback, I'm not messing up my salary cap or trying to move money around for Pickens or Adams. my receiving core is straight. And both of them guys come in here, they're not going to be happy being the number 3 option.
Correct.
Exactly. So I'm not going to create that situation. Then especially Pickens, man, he's a diva. Nah, I'm good.
Right.
He's tippy-toeing on AD level.
Character.
He's tippy-toeing on AD level. And not even have the Pro Bowls like that.
The success.
Yeah, he ain't had the success.
But
Exactly.
fellas, it's deeper than that. What is Pitts teaching anybody? It would be Devontae Adams if I had to go either one. Because at least he gonna teach Drake London. At least he gonna teach Darnell Mooney. But yeah, I agree though. As far as like, okay, would they be happy with possibly getting only 1 or 2 catches? You know what I'm saying? One game, and then maybe come game 5, maybe your game. You know, like, are you gonna be cool with that? Because right now that ball is being spread around.
Yeah. So Jamal D says, "Yo, 3 Dirty says, what's up, fellas, at the high school game?" Or yeah.
Yes, sir.
What up, 3 Dirty?
And Birdcage says, "What's going on, fellas? What's going on?"
What up, Ryan?
Ryan, yeah, man.
What up, Ryan?
What up, Tidy?
Ryan, the historian, and Tidy.
Did a show earlier with Ryan, a little X Factor show, man. I'll make sure y'all check it out.
I saw that. It was a great show. I saw that. So guys, let's. I wanted for a second just kind of talk about character, because it's kind of in the media this week in various instances. So to your point, Dixon Way, George Pickens kind of said something. I don't want to say he directly came at Arthur Smith, but he kind of.
Oh, he didn't know. Ain't no kind of. He went right at his neck.
He kind of.
He Wu-Tang on him.
Yeah. he kind of.
You better protect your neck.
He kind of went at Arthur Smith. He did, right? Like, well, you have to ask Arthur Smith about that when I, want to do that. And and Christy Lewis sends love. Hey, Christy, how you doing? Jamal D, Algier, one of my 3 favorite Falcons. Agreed. But
agreed.
Agreed.
That's what I'm saying. A second rounder in Algier. You pulling the trigger?
Hey, man.
I'm sorry, guys. I mean, yeah. Myles Garrett got
away. He will be the one that got away, because if it means going to get Myles Garrett, you guys don't understand what that would mean for our defense. Like, you ain't passing the ball. You're not passing the ball, and you're probably not running it, but you're definitely not, because not only does Myles Garrett rush the passer, he's a dog. He's a dog. And you got a game plan for him. And you got him and Judon on the other side, and then David Onyemata and Grady. That makes them badasses. Like they just got power pellets or something. Like
we'll probably have to go to a 4-3 if we had that. Like seriously, to be stout, we'll probably have to go to a 4-3. Think about it.
I see what you're saying, to be full strength.
Yeah. Think about it. Think about it. Then you're rotating in a roll. You know what I'm saying? You rotating them guys in. Think about having David, Grady, Miles, and Judon out there. Oh my goodness.
Do you think they'll make Judon start dropping off though, if they want to stay in the 3-4?
They already do that. I see him.
Well, that's why I said that, because they already do.
They already do it.
It'll just be more often.
Exactly, but you will have better, you will have your assortment of guys out there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, we get somebody like that. We are definitely a legit Super Bowl contender. We might be the best team in NFC if we get Myles Garrett.
I think Miles still has a lot left in the tank, to be honest with you.
I would prefer Max Crosby. That's because he's 27 and an absolute.
Yeah, because Miles is what, 28?
No, he's 27.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's 27.
That's what I'm saying. They both 27, so it's just like that's in past rushing years. That's still a lot of gas there, because just you look at Judon, so you get Myles Garrett, you might as well say you can still have at least another good 5 to 6 years, depending on how he takes care of his body and everything like that. That factors in. But Miles in the gym. Miles is athletic. Miles is You know, so it's just, hey man, it's almost the same conversation if you was to go try for Michael Parsons, because I don't believe Dallas is going to pay him.
No, I
Well,
don't
believe
understand.
here's the thing with Parsons. He's not good against the run. He's excellent on pass rush. He's not good against the run.
Yeah, that's what you be bringing him here for. Honestly, you just want him to rush the pass.
A pass rusher, and
That's fine. That's fine with me, as long as they use him right. But yeah,
I don't know why you would. Well, so they just paid Dak, right? Didn't they pay Dak? They did.
Yeah,
no, they can't afford him. They can't afford him. They pay him and CD Lamb.
And
they really can't afford him.
They really can't.
They paid both. Yeah, they paid both of them guys.
And then he's having a drop off this season too. So we might be able to get him if they can't pay him. I know I'll give up a second round pick for him.
I don't know that they trade him. I don't know that you could trade him in a seat. Well, what's their record? Are they 2-3? What are they? 3 and what's their record? I mean, let me look and see.
They're 3-2.
They're 3-2.
They don't.
We played them in 2 weeks, man.
Yeah, we do.
They don't exactly suck enough to like if they were 0-5, I could see them doing that now. But
for that player, I'm not even considering now. I'm more so thinking about him in the offseason.
Yeah, I think offseason. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But Garrett and Crosby, those guys are on teams that could be about to plummet in a few weeks. So that's why you know, so you talking about that, like, all right, y'all want to get off something, because y'all obviously ain't going nowhere. And for the Browns, with their whole situation with the John Watson and all the money they have tied up with him, I think they wouldn't mind, you know, saying trying to. It would hurt, yes, but I think, you know, still at the end of the day, business is business. You got to make some moves. You're not really going anywhere. You already also got a disgruntled wide receiver who just going out there doing his thing in Amani Cooper. So it's just like Nick Chubb, unquestionable. There's a lot of question marks out there in Cleveland. So, and I mean, it's not like the Falcons. It's not like the Falcons haven't done business with the Browns before.
That's all I was about to say. That would be so much synergy. The Falcons get Alex Mack from the Cleveland Browns, go to the Super Bowl. The Falcons get Myles Garrett from the Cleveland Browns, go to the Super Bowl. One on the offensive line, one on the defensive line.
Just saying.
Hey.
Just saying, fellas.
Hey, I can dig it, man. I can dig it. So
not like we're not familiar with Cleveland. That's all I'm saying.
So guys, back to character, right? George Pickens took a shot at Arthur Smith's neck. I really feel like Aaron Rodgers low key got what's his name fired. How do you guys feel about guys like that? Like you know what I mean? Like just uber talented, because Pickens is talented. I think Aaron Rodgers might be a little past it, but how do you feel about that? Let's take the Jets situation specifically, and I'll start with you, Dixon. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about just the way that went down and the fact that it went down in general? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, things like that happen. You brought Aaron Rodgers over for the promise of, hey, this guy's going to get us over the hump. All we've been missing is a quarterback. Unfortunately, they still missing a quarterback. He's not the same as he was. He wasn't the same when he came over. Still don't have the chemistry with the talented wide receivers that they have. I don't know, man. I just feel like that Robert Saleh got kind of scapegoated because his defense is still great. It's the offense. So either they were like, are we gonna get rid of Nathaniel Hackett? And Rodgers was like, no, you ain't doing that. So they was like, all right, well, we got to scapegoat somebody, man. I guess Robert Saleh, I'm sorry, but you got to go. Now the owner came out and felt like he said that this is the most talented roster we've ever had created for the Jets. That's even our championship year. So when you say that, and your GM say that, the GM is basically scapegoating the coach. Kind of like what Thomas Dimitroff did to Mike Smith. I mean, we've seen that. We've seen it. Yeah. So really and truthfully, the GM and the head coach will be fired together, but at the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? You're not even giving him. You gave him 5 games, and now he's out of here. You know what I'm saying? So you feel like that the interim coach, Jeff Urich, is going to turn the team around? How? He's
This
a defensive
the same
coordinator.
guy that wanted attack over TJ.
Yeah, but your problem ain't defense. You know what I'm saying? So
It's not.
you didn't do anything but just They literally just scapegoat the guy. That's all. No, that's all they did.
I agree with Larry on
Aaron
that.
got him fired. Aaron got him fired. It is what it is.
Well, whether Aaron got him fired or not, like that's not even really just the point. For me, it's just crazy how you give him like you just said, Larry, 5 games pretty much of Aaron Rodgers though. He didn't even have him last year.
Nope.
So that was a wasted year. You got to ball that up and throw that in the trash. That's on nobody. But you're going to give him 5 games and then you fire him. And honestly, they've been competitive, you know what I'm saying? But Aaron Rodgers is not the same. Aaron Rodgers definitely, I mean, like you said, Dixon, he wasn't the same coming over. So I don't know if it's just the Jets, like they just got some bad juju on their franchise or what. It's just like it just does not work out for whoever they get that way. And then, like you said, man, regardless, Saleh though, he was scapegoated. I don't think he should have been fired. I don't think he did anything wrong to be fired this early.
I don't think so either.
No, man.
I'm
early. It's the Jets. It's the Jets.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not like this, and I didn't like it for several reasons. Number one, Aaron has a pattern of turning on his coaches. This is not the first time he's done this.
Bingo.
That's true, though.
Not the first time he's done this. Because guess what? If it wasn't for Mike, who's in Dallas, I can't think of his last name.
McCarthy.
Aaron wouldn't have He wouldn't have the one ring he does. He would not have the one Super Bowl ring he does. Okay. And what I really don't like, Aaron did not show up to mandatory minicamp. That's a power move. That's a power move. And that should have been checked at the gate. Because that said, this is not Saleh's team. This is Aaron's team. The fact that you can do that, that's number one. Number two, the defense was playing fine. The issue was the offense. We've seen the kind of coach that Nathaniel Hackett is. I don't want to call him a joke, but you heard what Sean Payton said when he got there. You heard what he said. And even though Sean Payton's an asshole, he was not entirely wrong, right? Just because you don't like the venue or the voice or the orator of the truth doesn't mean it's not the truth, okay? Aaron is shown some shady behavior. He was shady to dude from Green Bay that's now in Dallas. I don't want to say he was shady to his coach in Green Bay. I'm not going to go that far, but there was some shade developing there because Aaron at this point is entitled, it's coddled, and he wants his way. And the other thing is, I look at the move for Aaron Rodgers the way I look at the move for Steven Jackson in 2013 when the Falcons went out and got him. He was kind of done. Yeah, he was Steven Jackson, but he was done, right? So let me get this right. You say this is the most talented team. There were 3 plays last week where dude was wide open and Aaron threw it so quick you couldn't even – I don't even know what the hell Aaron was thinking, right? I don't like the fact that you have the cojones to go after a coach in an interview. Oh, well, I say so-and-so. Like, to me, Aaron is a narcissist. Aaron is the true definition of a narcissist, and that's who you got leading that team. I think this is a bad move by them. I think they will regret it. I don't even know if the Jets will even make the playoffs. Now, they could. Hey, I'm not a genius. You know what I mean? As Chris said once, I'm not a telepath. I'm not an X-Men, which, by the way, Chris did finish that Dixon Way. And Chris said, yeah, great show. That. Great show.
Yeah, I did.
I like order, right? I like order. So The minute Aaron didn't show up for mandatory minicamp, we're going to have a dialogue, because a quarterback should never do that over a coach. There's a way to do anything. There's an order to anything. My dad taught me that from day one. There's an order to things, right? If you had a legitimate reason for missing mandatory minicamp, okay, but you don't just miss it, right? Because it sets a precedent that I can do what the hell I want to do. And you know what that does, gentlemen? That sows inconsistency. And I guarantee you, in that locker room, there probably are some guys who like Robert Saleh. Now, they won't say anything because they don't want to be, they don't want to look like they're different than their teammates. But I promise you, that locker room is divided. So, just my thoughts on that, Chris. Yeah, I'm good with that. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I think it's a bad example. I know it happens. I know Dimitroff did it, but I don't know that Dimitroff did it to the level that Aaron did it. You get what I'm saying? Like, he did it. I get it. But as far as I'm concerned, Aaron is low-key a snake.
But look at it like this. Look at it like this, T-Will. Robert Saleh could not stand on his record as a Jets coach because he had the worst record. I know, but he had the worst record out of the tenure out of any Jets coach. But Mike Smith was the winningest coach in Falcon history. Who scapegoated. It was way worse. It was absolutely way worse. You know what I'm saying? The way they did Mike Smith and then have Thomas Dimitroff do the interview, and the way they would is a contrast. Think about how they got rid of Mike Smith. Okay. Thomas Dimitroff came out, talked. Arthur Blank talked a little bit. Thomas Dimitroff filled all the questions. Roll around until Arthur Smith got fired. That clown show that happened with Arthur Blank and what's the name? Oh, why am I? Rich McKay. We interviewed and Terry in the back fishing sandwiches. Totally different vibe.
Okay.
Oh, he's in the building. He's just here in spirit.
Right. Right. He was handling he was handling things at the facility for for players and coaches and personnel that's not going to be with the team anymore. And
is Terry a guidance counselor? Did I miss something?
Yeah, I wanted him to be there at that time. I wanted him to be there.
I'm glad he's a real GM now. You know what I'm saying? But just the contrast of everything, how you can see how they straight scapegoated Mike Smith. That's when I'm gonna be honest, that's when we gave up our season tickets. He was like, we will be at home fans. We were season ticket holders for Matt's first 7 years, Mike Smith's tenure. Mm-hmm. The best, outside of us going to the Super Bowl in 2016, the best run in Falcon history.
Yeah, because I think we had never had back-to-back winning seasons, right?
Exactly.
Before Smith.
Yeah. So a lot of people that disparage Matt Ryan and stuff like that, we all have our little things and stuff like that, but Matt ushered the best era in Falcons football history. Now, if you want to say it was mediocre, you want to say it was above average, that's up to debate in the barbershops. But you can't dispute what it was and then what the history was before and after. So
only Falcon fans can debate that. No other fans can jump in that conversation.
Exactly. They don't even know. Yeah, I mean, so when I look at it, like, the Jets scapegoat that man for Aaron Rodgers because they brought him over. The GM definitely scapegoated him because you see what's going on. You got the exact same points you had with Zach Wilson that you have this year.
Yeah.
Let that roll around in your head. You got the exact same offense you had with Zach Wilson.
Right.
And being the Jets, Geno Smith has gotten better since he left y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
What man got better also? Sam Bradford.
Yeah.
Another draft of the Jets.
Oh, Sam Darnold.
I mean Sam Darnold, yeah.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah. Sam Darnold
got
away from y'all. Now he's a NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not just him, too. He didn't work with Shanahan neither, but look at Kevin McConnell.
Yeah, and Kevin O'Connell was talking about that, right? He was talking about how they're, just like players can fail organizations can fail players because they don't give them everything that they need. And you know what? All you got to do is look at his quarterback this year, and you got to say, you know what? He might be onto something. Because I don't know that his quarterback, the Vikings, Sam Darnold, I don't know that he's ever experienced that much success in it. Now the season's still young, okay, but I don't know that Sam has ever experienced that success. So I don't know
since he was at college,
right? I don't know what the secret sauce is in Minnesota, but he's doing something right. He's doing something right, and it does kind of speak to toxic environments, right? Like I think you could easily say the Panthers are toxic. Because Sam Darnold was there. Also, who else was there? Baker Mayfield was there, right?
Yes.
What's his name that they drafted first? You know what I mean? And they just benched him. But I would say the Jets and Carolina are similar in that vein. In that it's
ever since they lost Cam,
You said what?
Yeah, ever since they lost Cam Newton. Yeah. Ever since they lost Cam Newton, they've been like that. Yeah. Like seriously. Yeah, so Bryce need to get the heck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he'll salvage his career. Bryce ain't like Ritter when he never had the talent to be able to, you know what I'm saying? He had the talent. He's just been shell-shocked. Kind of like Derek Carr's older brother, David Carr, with the Texans. Perfect example of getting shell-shocked. Great talent coming out of Fresno, coming into the league, but got shell-shocked because he came in with a horrible offensive line, and they never really built it up. Yeah, Andre Johnson. I forgot the running back they had. They had a whole bunch of weapons. They would
Arian Foster at one point in time.
Yeah, they would never fix that offensive line, and he just got shell shocked. He was done. You know what I'm saying? And then you go around. Yeah, man. So I just look at it like that. Like organizations can definitely ruin a quarterback. I wouldn't say that Ritter was ruined by the Falcons. I don't think he ever had the talent to be there. I don't
think so either.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah, like organizations can pick you up or lay you down. Do I think Brock Purdy's the same player without Kyle Shanahan? No, I don't. No, I don't. I think Kyle Shanahan I think he is an offensive genius, but he's also a doofus. Both can be true.
I'm glad you said that.
They almost gave it away last night.
I'm glad you said that because so many people don't realize Kyle is a genius, but the same thing that makes Kyle great is his weakness in that he's stubborn. He's like, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to fit this square peg in this round hole. And he doesn't make adjustments. That to me, that's his
Did you see last night when he ran the ball and that guy almost ran it down? You saw how happy they showed it on the side. Yeah, because he finally learned. Run the ball, stupid, when you got the lead. How hard is that? Stop trying to throw the ball 3 times and be cute. The clock runs. If you don't make it, guess what? The clock is still running. You making them extend timeouts. Everything is working in your favor. The clock is against them. But yet, so when that guy ran and then he slid, he should have just ran it in, to be honest, because I mean,
he should.
But to slide and be like, yes, I ran the ball and it actually worked. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, yeah. I was like, you mother. I root for that dude to lose every time. If he could lose in the parking lot, I root for it to lose. You sum them up.
It's a lifelong vendetta. Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, man. I just feel like, man, until he make things right with the Falcons, which he's not going to be able to. Yeah, so he just not gonna be able to win until he make things right.
Nope.
That's where I'm at. That's
Till
where I've
you
been
do
at with
right
it ever
by
since he
me.
left.
Till you do right by me. Okay.
Look here, man.
Yeah, for
Look
real.
here.
Like for real. I'm like, he the
Original
reason why
Beetlejuice.
Roddy was out of here.
I need him to go and get ate by one of them sandworms on Beetlejuice.
Damn, not the sandworm.
Wait, is that Dune or is that Empire Strikes Back?
No. I'm
No,
talking about
that's
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Remember the clay
that is
animation
Beetlejuice.
worm
Yeah,
that come through?
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
But no, that was on Dune also. Can't wait for part 3.
Yeah,
And Freddie Freeman about to go home run. Oh no, he didn't. Ooh. I'm so disgusted every time I see him in that Dodger blue.
It hurts. It does hurt.
Yeah, I mean, that was the guy who you thought would be a Brave forever. I mean, don't get
Yeah, he should have got the Trevor Jones treatment. Never to leave.
Yeah, we'll see what happens though, man. With another Brave,
I meant
who
to
may
ask
not
you,
be a Brave.
T-Will, what do you think about the Braves cleaning house on the batting with the batting coaches?
Man, I wanted to have a show about this so bad, Larry. Jesus, man.
Well, I'm here right now.
I'm let me tell you something, bro. I'm a little confused.
Okay.
And
Speak your mind.
They emphatically said, and you were there. They emphatically said, "Oh, we're bringing back our entire coaching staff." And then
Snit said that. Snit said that.
Wait, didn't Anthopoulos say that as well?
Anthopoulos said we should be ready to go. He was more speaking about Snit, from what I gathered.
Okay. So here's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was fair. Now, I understand you doing it, okay? But number one, you never had that entire lineup together. From
Facts.
Or if you did, it was a few games. Okay. So you didn't have that lineup together. And the other thing that you have to consider, and I'm gonna bring it up, there's no tangible evidence to prove it, but there was a void in that locker room when Wash and EY left. And you could feel it. It was palpable. You could touch it. You could smell it. It was obvious that it was there. And you know what? Sometimes it's just not your year. If this year has taught us anything, dude, our best pitcher, the last game we needed him gets a bat. I can't make this shit up. The guy that we got to replace Ozzie on the day that he's supposed to replace Ozzie breaks his finger or did something with the ball, right? He got hurt 3 times, right? He gets hit. He comes back from that. He gets hit in the head with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball, damn near on the verge of concussion. Then he comes back from that, fouls a ball off his foot. That, in a nutshell, is a microcosm of our season. We took 2 steps forward, 5 back. It was that way the entire time. We never got settled. Ozzie went out. Austin Riley went out. Spencer Strider went out. Ronald Acuna went out. Here's my concern. You better be concerned about that pitching. Because here's the deal, right? Here's the reality. You stretched Raylo or Ronaldo Lopez from 66 to 128 innings this year, right? You did that. You stretched Schwelly. I don't know if it was double, but you stretched him, right? We already know that Chris Sale is dominant and great, but he is always at a risk of being injured, A, because of that herky-jerky motion, and B, because he's skinny, right? Yes. So that's 3 guys. Charlie Morton's not coming back. Nope. You're probably not going to sign Fried. Whoa. So instead of you focusing on hitting, which I'll get to in a sec, because I watched a couple of Braves podcasts, and I kind of tend to agree with them in that they probably want to change the approach of the Braves from all home runs to, let's see if we can situationally hit. Let's see if we can bunt. Let's see if we can do that. Now, my problem with that is you haven't taught these guys this. These guys are professionals. They've been in the league, most of them, at least 4, 5, 6 years. How the hell are you all of a sudden going to stop in the middle of doing this and say, hey, Ozzie, bunt the ball? I don't know how that's going to work. Dixon Way, go ahead, brother.
Glad you led me there. You put them breadcrumbs there, and I'm going to gobble them up. First of all, pause. Second of all,
boy.
Second of all, what was the difference between this year and between 2021 to last year and this year? What was the difference with the batting and stuff like that? What's the biggest difference? I'll tell you.
Different.
Larry Wayne Jones was not a part of the official or unofficial batting coaches this season.
Okay.
I think Larry Wayne Jones, aka Chipper, had a problem with our batting coach. And he's sitting there, and when you go look at the interview, I don't know who had it, but Chipper at home talking about he cannot stand
I remember
when you're
that.
sitting there, people, and sitting there chasing the long ball. We're in the long ball era. Yo, I don't care how many home runs you are supposed to get. If you can't drop me a sacrifice bunt, I don't need you in my lineup. Like, he's literally saying everything I say in my stream. Yo, drop a sacrifice bunt right here. What about the squeeze play? You know what I'm saying? What are we doing? Why are we swinging for the fences? Hit it where they ain't. Hit it in the gap. They can't do the over pursuit of the lineup right now. They can't put 3 people on one side and leave the whole side open like they used to.
Yeah.
They took
They
that.
can still do it to an extent, but it's not like it was. You know what I'm saying? So when the shift is not, now they can still shift the outfield like that. They cannot shift the infield also. So when you take that away, there are holes that are naturally there that were open back in the day. See, the analytics got so bad that they were just like, okay, we're just going to sit these people in the hole. This is where they hit, which is smart. You know what I'm saying? But once you get the rule that say, hey, you can't have 3 people on one side of the thing because you throwing fastballs inside, he's always going to, you know what I'm saying, yank it instead of going apple taco. You know what I'm saying? So if you know them guys don't go apple taco, I mean, you can see it. Money Mike is a clear example of someone who hit all fields last year when he came up. This year, he's swinging for the fences. He looks heavier set. And he's not stealing bases like he did when he came in last year. That is the look, and I love Money Mike. Money Mike is the best center fielder in all of baseball, but he got an uppercut swing now. He did not have that when he came here. And that was taught by Dango. I'm trying to remember the batting coach. They taught him that. When he came here, he sprayed the ball to all fields. That's what they were always saying. Like, he would occasionally hit a home run, but he hit a double here, a single, triple. He was stealing bases. Now he's a little bit heavier, a little bit stronger. He bulked up so he can, hit more home runs. That's what they told him to do. Ozzie Albies and Ronald Acuna Jr. used to bunt people over, bunt on base when they was their first 2 years in the league. After that, and to be honest, I know it's the Braves way. Ever since after 1995, the Braves way is to hit the long ball. It's been since Big Cat, Sheffield, Klesko. The list goes on and on. You know what I'm saying? Even Ball, you know what I'm saying? Shortstop hitting home run. It's always been hitting a home run. The beginning of the Braves from 91 to 95 was small ball. Get them over by any means necessary. Cabrera didn't hit a home run. He hit a single single.
Yeah.
And Barry Bonds could not get the ball out of his hands and throw out the slowest man in the history of baseball. And Sid Brings with 2 surgically repaired
knees. Yeah.
Did not get there. Like, look, guys. We played small ball until then. You know what I'm saying? And the shift on what we wanted to do happened then. You know what I'm saying? I know the Braves have always been a home run team, but when we won in 2021, we were getting people on base. Like, that's what Chipper said. He said, I think we lost the emphasis on getting people on base. Everybody's swinging for the long ball. Now, does that mean that they're about to go get Chipper Jones? At first, I was saying
they not.
I was like, no, I don't want that because I don't want my lasting memory of Chipper Jones being a bad coach. Because great players, most of the time, aren't great managers or head coaches.
Yeah.
But the more I can listen to Chipper and talk, I'm like, you know what? Chipper is actually the exact person we need. You know what I'm saying? Now, and I don't know if they bring him officially in to be the new official batting coach and stuff like that, because the only person who really adjusted his game this season was Big Bear. Big Bear was swinging for the fences. Then he went on like a 30-something game streak that he didn't hit a home run, but he started hitting for average because he saw his average dipping. And he knew that he had to get on base.
Yeah.
Then once he started getting on base more, Matt Olson finally came out of his slump. You know, so everything begets another, man. You have to be able to get on base. So those solo home runs can be 2 or 3 run shots.
Yes.
That's why you were so generous the year before.
Yeah.
So but I don't, and also I don't think that he got fired because of this year. I think the batting coach, you know what I'm saying, the hitting instructor and the catcher coach all got fired because the dip off was so dramatic. And that's for saving Snick, to be honest, because in my opinion, I felt like Snick cooled our team off. Once we won the division in Philly, celebrated, pop bubbly, and everything. That was like a week and 3/4. No, 2 weeks and 3/4 a week. So that's 3 weeks. That basically what we would do is 2 players throughout the rotation would play about 4 or 5 innings and get out the game and rest the rest of the game. And he did it for 3 straight weeks to the point that we were back at spring training mode. On top of the 5 days we got to wait for the divisional round.
Well, no, we didn't have to.
Sorry, I would tell
I would have never done that.
Nobody will convince me different.
We didn't have to wait 5 days. This because we were the wild.
We didn't have to wait 5 days, but they have not been the same since he did that. And look, when you have magic like that, you can't assume that you're gonna pick it up again. You have to ride that heater till it's over. It's like you're in Vegas, man. If I'm hot on the tables, I'm not sitting up. I'm not getting up. Shonda ain't letting me get up. She said, no, you sit down here. I'll take Larry up and I'll see you whenever you know what I'm saying, finish your heater. You know what I'm saying? The same thing. I'll take Larry. She on the heater. I'll take Larry. You come up to the room when you finish with your heater. No, you know, it's baseball. You know what I'm saying? Beginning of the season. We start off scorching hot. And here come musical chairs with the lineup.
Right. That's where I wanted to go. To me, what I wouldn't have done, and I love Snit, but what I would not have done when Ozzy Albies came back, there's no way I would have put him second. There's no way.
We talked about that.
I would have. Ozzy would have been 5th or 6th. I still would have had
Not
Harris,
with Ronald.
Soler.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that move to me. That was the move that cost us because the runs went down, right? Harris, Soler, Matt Olson, Big Bear, it was working. It was working. right?
It started.
And then here comes Ozzie, and I understand the logic in that Ozzie's only batting right-handed, right? You want him to get fastballs. You want to get him some protection. But you did that at the cost of runs to the team because ultimately the collective output went down. And I know Snake loves Ozzie, and I love Ozzie too, but Ozzie ain't worth he's not worth the team. So, in my humble opinion, and again, take it for what it's worth, I would have batted Ozzie either 5th or 6th. Okay?
Well, I agree with you because what I agree when I thought about it after I got off with you guys, if Ozzie can only hit right-handed and he's batting behind Olsen, that's your lefty righty, you know what I'm saying? Type of thing. So
exactly.
So in that aspect, I understand. But normally Ozzie bats second. But what I'll say is without peanut butter, jelly ain't the same. Ozzie's jelly.
Yeah, you're missing Ron.
Who is peanut butter?
Ronald Acuna.
Ozzie's jelly. And if one of them is gone, they just ain't right. I'm telling you guys, go back and look at it. This is not hyperbole.
Bro, me and T Will have talked about this, and about those two. And it's like when one is gone, it's just the other one. Is just when they're both in, they clicking though. It's just that's what we know on all cylinders. But just when one is out of the lineup, the other one struggles.
Exactly.
And next thing you know, if one of them gets injured, it seems like both of them get injured. Has been getting injured in the same seasons. It's just Ronald has been having longer tenders. But it's terrible. I wanted to go back real quick to what you were saying about the long ball thing, though. The Braves have been doing that since forever years. Just seriously, like they have been. Just look at the players and everything. And even though I love some of those players, I just feel like it's always resulted in the same thing, and that's not a championship. Braves getting bounced out in whatever rounds by teams you just feel like the Braves should be beating because they're ultimately going for the long ball. And I did like how Michael Harris was a breath of fresh air because he was a player that was getting on base. Just like Ron and just like Ozzie, players that want to get on base. And I do want to get back to that. And if it means that, we have to go back to fundamentals and get back to that, then so be it if it's coming at the cost of these coaches. Because I am tired of seeing, in the long ball. Think about it like this, guys. We were like one of the best teams of that same year to where, we faltered against the Phillies in the playoffs. We were one of the best teams. We hitting all the home runs. Matt Olson, Ronald Acuna. We got all the records and stuff like that. But where did it get us though? At the end of the day, regardless of who fault it is, it got us, at home watching other people hoist what we should have been hoisting.
Yeah.
So it just. I want to get back to the fundamental things. I know Chipper, they said that Chipper's not going to be the hitting coach because he's got so much going on outside of baseball.
Right.
But we'll see what happens with that. Money can change things. Who knows?
He can still be a consultant.
Ooh, that means he won't be because Alex, that's another Alex situation there. Obviously. It is. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. It's another Alex situation. Because again, Chipper was there in 2021. Freddie Freeman definitely credits him to turning his season around because he was slumping when Ronald went out, and he had to turn his season around. That's when they brought Chipper in as unofficial. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then the following years they had an official, but something must have happened that I don't know if it's the pitching coach or maybe it's Alex. Maybe Alex was like, hey, man, you can't be going in and going behind our pitching coach and telling guys to do something that he didn't tell them to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you're a Hall of Famer, and, the players are going to be impressionable.
They're going to the Hall of Famer.
They're
going to listen to the Hall of Famer, dog.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like the same way that Shanahan got rid of Roddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Which I still
Shanahan, I'm gonna do the first 3 plays to Roddy to show y'all that he, you know what I'm saying? Like 30, you know what I'm saying? Like, so So when I
Then
look at
come week 4, he's a ghost.
Yeah, and that's why he wasn't retained. Roddy wasn't done. He just wasn't retained. You know what I'm saying? So
it's crazy how Roddy almost became a Patriot. And that would have been crazy seeing him in the Super Bowl.
It's funny how Roddy got done dirty by this organization, but still shows up and Quintero
Right. Man, that just lets you know the type of character, a person that Roddy is. And at the end of the day, it was, you know what I'm saying, he was there for his teammates always, you know, and, you know, Arthur, I don't think Arthur did him anything wrong. He's just Shanahan. And even Dan Quinn didn't like how Kyle was doing Roddy, but I mean, he's the offensive coordinator, you know what I'm saying, his things are starting to work, you know, it's just, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Like, for someone to really have a beef with the organization, you would think Roddy would, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, shout out to Roddy for being a stand-up dude and always representing the logo for the, you know what I'm saying? Falcon for life. He never played for any other team. He retired as a Falcon. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But yeah, man, with Alex, he said, well, you don't know if he's not gonna sign Max Fried. Man, if Alex Falcons want to sign you, you will be signed already.
That's true.
You know?
That's
so
true.
And once you reach that age, like I put it like this, I don't think Max Fried is the Hall of Famer. Freddie Freeman is a first ballot Hall of Fame.
Yes.
One of the best first basemen of all time.
Yes.
For him not to re-sign him because of one measly extra year, Max Fried had no chance coming back. He had no chance. He had no leverage to get anything done. If you don't get it done by your contract year, you're not getting signed, especially at a certain age. You're not.
Yeah.
It's just not how the Braves roll. That's not how Alex does.
It's not.
I understand it. And it's gotten us a championship, so how can I complain about it?
Right.
But again, we just gotta live with Max Fried going to the Dodgers next year. That's all.
Yeah. Well, and the thing about it, the other thing about it is Max Fried is a union representative, so he really can't take a hometown deal.
Man, that's what you keep telling me.
He has a position in the. I'm telling you, that is
that's fair enough.
That is frowned upon. So, like, what I'm saying is, if let's just say he was in the union, he doesn't have a position, he's in the union. Okay, he's more likely to do that. But if you are an officer in the union, you are expected to take the salaries higher because that is the goal of the union, to assure that these salaries rise. That is a part of their metric.
That's fair too. I never looked at it like that.
Yeah,
you're right.
You see what I'm saying? So Max was never going to take, because I can assure you they've offered it to him. I know they've made an offer to him. Okay. But he probably.
Hey, my son wanted me to put him to sleep, so I'm about to go, fellas. Yep. Okay, son.
Hey, we're about to go too, man. Dixon Way, appreciate you, man. Please feel free to come back in Friday night.
Oh, no problem, man.
Enjoy it. Always enjoy you, man. Hey,
I was off, huh?
Tell them where they can find you, even though they know, but tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, guys, you can find me and the beautiful Shonda on the Dixon Way on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Rumble, and X. We try to provide, a live commentary service for all the fans that can't see it. If they're driving or whatever, cut it on. Don't watch and drive, but you can listen. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Turn down your TV. If you're at home, turn down your TV. Turn up your your computer or your phone. And we just try to provide that service of, live commentary. We just reached over 5,000, man. This year been this football season's been crazy, man. So,
and to those of you who don't know, who've never seen his show, it's phenomenal. He's got the soundboard. He's funny. He covers just about everything. I think next he'll probably do golf because he does every sport. So just phenomenal, man. We love having you. Anytime you want to join us, please feel free to join us. And thank you, brother. Thank you as always. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on. Hold on, son. We about to go. Thank you for having me on. And everybody, if you ain't hit the like button yet, don't be that person. Hit the like button. It's like tipping your waiter, man. Don't be that. And it's free. Just hit the like button, man. Come on, do it. And I didn't do it before I started streaming. So I was one of them people also. But now, anytime I go to any stream, I hit the like button.
Yeah.
Even if I don't like their content, I still hit the like button because I want to see people grow. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. If you out here, it's real hard to come out here and share your opinions for the whole world to judge you.
Yes.
On your opinion. You know what I'm saying? It ain't easy to sit here and talk in front of the camera and then everybody coming here. I don't like you. I don't like your opinion. And you don't know nothing. You can never play this. And who you to talk? Who do you to judge a player? You sit on your couch. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, just if guys gonna come out here and spill their guts and put their fandom in the public eye. I said a lot of people go to the game, and once they go to the game, nobody know who they are. It's just rowdy person in section, whatever. But they come on T Will channel, whoop, whoop, see what he gonna say every time. You know what I'm saying? Go on one time the fan, see what he gonna say every time. Go on there and see A1 Forever and see what he gonna say. Come to the Dixon Way. So yeah, guys, just you know what I'm saying, everybody out here trying to grow their channels and do it the old-fashioned way, ain't using bots. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to be, you know,
on the grind.
You know what I'm saying? Like grassroots, down home, like guys that you can talk. We were sitting in the bar chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eating some wings, drinking cold one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys having me in. I'm about to put my son to sleep.
Dang,
Georgia
man.
versus Mississippi State tomorrow. Georgia versus Mississippi State tomorrow.
4:15.
4:00, and of course the Falcons versus Carolina in prime time.
4:25.
Is it 4:25? 4:25?
4:25. Falcons and Panthers. They really like us now, obviously.
Hey, don't be surprised at the end of the year that Commanders game gets flipped to prime time.
Yeah, that might be a flex game for real. I ain't even gonna lie.
It might be.
All right, guys. Double salute.
All right, brother. We'll see you.
Peace.
We will see you. My brother, Chris A1 Forever. Go ahead and tell these folks where they can find you, man. I know you do 12,000 different jobs, man, but go ahead and tell these folks where they can find you, brother.
Hey, man, A1 Forever Sports on YouTube. That's the platform, man. Pushing close to 1,700, trying to get there as fast as possible and beyond. So, you know, appreciate all the people who have already subscribed to A1 Forever Sports, and definitely humble everyone who watches any content, you know, giving watch time, likes, comments, etc. Same thing, A1 Forever on Twitter, A1 Forever on Instagram, and then you also have the real A1 Forever on TikTok. Try to keep everything, you know, kind of together. Appreciate you, T Will, for having me on. Definitely, last but definitely not least, you know, thank God for all his blessings, because he definitely always blesses me and everyone, you know, saying that I come into contact with. So it's just a great thing. And again, thank you for having me on for this quick convo, even though it turned into a longer convo.
Brother, let me tell you something. Like you say, man, you my brother from another. You never had to thank me for having you on. It's a given. I enjoy it. I enjoy your show. We understand each other. We vibe well. You don't have to thank me, brother, because I just appreciate you coming, man. And I appreciate doing shows with you. And I don't think that'll ever change. First and foremost, man, let me thank all of the folks who showed up for this show tonight. Thank you all. Salute to you. Shout out to you. Thank God for you. Appreciate you. You guys could have been doing anything else, but you were kind enough to join me. So thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. I am at 4myatlsports 1. Again, please like, share, and subscribe. I need all the subs I can get. And hey, if you enjoy it, please feel free to come back next Friday at 7:30 and we can do this thing again. You know, look, I talk Braves, I talk Falcons, I talk Hawks, I talk Bulldogs, I talk just about everything. So feel free to join us Friday at 7:30. And man, I just appreciate you guys for joining me. My other shout outs. Number one, I got to thank Chris A1 from day one, because Chris does all my videos. Chris has been a tremendous help. Chris is kind of a mentor to me. Jack Spade, I got to thank you for being a mentor to me. I appreciate you, brother. Eric Parker, get me in this business. I got to thank you. NIL Berto, no Berto Damas, no Berto from 95 North. I got to thank you. Smitty, 11K. I got to thank you. Dixon Way, I got to thank you, man. Always willing to give a hand. I appreciate you. Ron, I got to thank you. I appreciate you. Tiff Rains, I got to thank you. Lisa Shepard, I got to thank you. Jabri Harper, I got to thank you. Shit, I'm forgetting somebody. Big Low Country, I got to thank you. My team, Carrie, and Bodie 3000, I got to thank you. And anybody else that I didn't think about. Oh yeah, RJ, Falcon Fandemic, I got to thank y'all. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to golly. Oh God, I can see his face. Jesus Christ. Thank you to Brycey 2K. And thank you to what's his name, man? We're on shows with him all the time. Jesus Christ. What's his name? He was on with Tidy. Golly. What's his name? He used to be with Tidy. Chris.
Used to be with Tidy. I mean, C-Dub, I know you got another one.
No. Also C-Dub. Thank you. Thank you to C-Dub. But Cheney, not Cheney. What's his name?
Oh, Mark.
Yeah, Mark Cheney. So thank all of y'all. I appreciate y'all. Last but not least, thank God. Thank you for waking me up. Thank you for everything you've done. I appreciate you. And hey, guys, we will see you next Friday. I may go live Sunday. So, hey, guys, maybe see you Sunday at 7 or 8 or whenever the game's over. So thank you all who joined. You guys have a great weekend. Go Dogs. Go Georgia. Go Falcons. See you guys Sunday. Thank you. Okay. End button doesn't look like it wants to work. End stream.